Welcome to this video about this month's new moon in Cancer. We are the astrologers of Pandora Astrology. I'm Jamie Kale Miller. I'm in Berkeley, California.
And I'm Julia Mijas, and I'm in San Francisco, California. In this video, we're going to tell you about this moon, including what it will feel like, when it's happening, and the best ways to handle it.
And if you want to know more about this moon's impact in your own chart, in a little bit, I'll give you a way to find out more in a live workshop with customized interpretations. This new moon in Cancer, right here with the sun and moon together, that's what a new moon is, falls opposite to Pluto in Capricorn, which can bring deep emotions, that's the moon, deep and internal inward turn, it's placed in Cancer, triggered by outside forces that might feel beyond our control. Pluto can have that effect on us humans, but notice that Pluto is also in the anaretic degree of Capricorn. That's the final degree. The last degree of every sign is kind of special. It has embedded directly within it, in any sign at all, this feeling of pressure to close or complete, or just let go of the themes of that sign as the planet gets ready to exit that sign and move on to the one that follows. And so 29 degrees can have a particular feeling of pressure, and Pluto is vibrating back and forth this summer between 0 degrees Aquarius, where it's moving on into Aquarius, and 29 degrees Capricorn, where it's retrograding a bit. And Pluto, of course, is about endings and death, and Capricorn's about limitations and constrictions. And we may feel that all that stuff even more so as it's in 29 degrees. And that then comes into opposition with the freshness and the newness and the quality of birth and the plantings of seeds and the beginning quality of this new moon in Cancer. So this moon would seem to be about planting the seeds of intuitive knowing, like that moment when you're having an intuition and you don't know whether to believe it, follow it, or even listen to it at first. Right at that moment, someone comes along and steps into the shoes of this here Pluto and shuts you down, tells you that you don't feel what you're feeling, or that it's not true, or that it's just a feeling, or that you're being over emotional. So this can feel pretty oppressive. And add to this, the square to Chiron in Aries here, a little bit hard to see. If I move this aside, then you can see that Chiron's in Aries. So Chiron wants to be honest and direct and, have the full force of personality. And when that comes into the mix, it could be, a recipe for some potentially painful experiences under this moon. Julia, how do you see this T-square playing out?
Oh, yeah. Well, new moons are usually initiate new projects in our life. So you've got that sun moon concentration in Cancer. We're really focusing on family. We're really focusing on home. And then you got that opposition to Pluto in that anaretic degree. As Pluto is in these final degrees of Capricorn, I think that we're all going to have to be finishing up a lot of things in our life before it moves on to Aquarius. Wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, you might notice that there's a big push to kind of, finish up whatever Pluto had started over, well over a decade ago. So to me, there's this kind of push and pull between wanting a new start, but then maybe having to finish something up first at the same time. As well as, the push and pull between this new moon in Cancer, as well as the opposition from Pluto. Pluto can sometimes bring on the power struggles, and oppositions do affect our relationships. So you might find that there's someone in your personal life who's on a power trip that's kind of giving you static to this new beginning, maybe a roommate, maybe a family member, or maybe work is holding you back. It could be any number of things there in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn. And then with that square in with Chiron, in the sign of Aries, of sort of Chiron in Aries can often have to do with wounds that deal with our anger and our ability to assert ourselves as well. So those might be issues that also kind of crop up in any type of event where you see yourself in opposition with somebody else during this new moon. Yeah, what else are you seeing in it, Jamie?
Well, I think it's a really good thing that this moon is in a supportive cradle formation with Uranus and Neptune right here. These two are helping quite a bit by sextiling and trining both sides. I'm just noticing that there needs to be another trine here, but I can put that right in. So yeah, Uranus trines Pluto and sextiles the moon and sun, while Neptune does the same in reverse. These helpers suggest that psychic insights you receive on this new moon could have tremendous depth and the capability for big shifts. The moon is supported by Neptune, bringing depth and a really spiritual quality to those insights. And then Uranus is just like a bolt from the blue, really like insight proper. But these insights might come about through emotional eruption. Insight can strike suddenly and bring liberation. That has something to do with Pluto trine Uranus. And emotional understanding can be effortless because of the trine between the sun and the moon with Neptune. Even insights that are foisted upon you from without by somebody playing the role of Pluto or even the role of Chiron could be parlayed into beautiful new beginnings, reprocessing trauma, liberating ourselves from old wounds, bringing compassion and healing to ourselves and others. Hi, Jamie here. Horoscopes and moon videos are fascinating, but they're more general than personal. Did you know we run live workshops monthly and that you can get questions answered about your own chart there? This month's topic is harvesting your Jupiter luck, and in it you can find out when is the next time you'll have money luck, career luck, or relationship luck, or even a period of personal charisma that makes you especially persuasive and attractive to opportunity like a magnet. This workshop is expressly for our Tier 2 Patreon subscribers. It's easy to sign up at the Patreon link in the description below. I'd love to see you there. Now let's get back to the video. What are your further thoughts about it, Julia?
Yes, this is super, super intuitive, just like you were saying. The moon is a very intuitive planet, and it's nice and strong in the sign of Cancer, which is kind of like parental intuition or familial intuition. Just knowing when something is off in one of your loved ones is very much that type of intuition that the moon in Cancer has. And then you have Neptune so strong in the sign of Pisces, which is more of a mystical type of intuition, that kind of, there are three types of intuition. You have Piscean mysticism, Cancer's, mother's intuition, and then you have Scorpio's gut instincts. But, but having both the Cancer and the Pisces represented here is very, very strong. And, Uranus is a planet that actually is kind of intuitive itself. I mean, people don't usually think of things that way. It's just that Uranus is so innovative and so visionary, and it's like can kind of see into the future so easily that it almost comes off as intuition. And it's just also so fast. It's like insights can just kind of pop up out of nowhere. So really Uranus has kind of an intuitive element to it as well. So yeah, I think this, even though there might be some sort of relationship challenges under this new moon, which can certainly happen with that Pluto opposition, I think that this can be a great new moon for whatever fresh start you're using in your life. Let your intuition be the guide, because it can be very, very sharp right now, which can be wonderfully helpful. And who do you think is going to be most affected by this lunation, Jamie?
Well, because the moon is at 24 degrees of Cancer, if you've got anything in your chart at all between 19 and 29 degrees, so that's 5 degrees more before and 5 degrees after the placement of this moon, anything at all in a cardinal sign in that degree span, that part of your chart is going to feel this moon. And if it's your sun, then you would have a birthday as an Aries somewhere between April 10th and April 20th. If you are a Cancer and you're born between July 11th and July 22nd, you're going to feel this moon. And if you're a Libra born between October 13th and 23rd, you're going to feel this moon. And if you're a Capricorn born between January 11th and 21st, you're definitely going to feel this moon. And I think that this is such a great moon for bringing insight and changing minds, even though it might be a little fraught here and there.
Well, that's all for today. In this video, we gave you a lot of clues about this moon, how you can handle it for best results. We love making these videos for you. And if you love them too, then please hit that like button.
You can find out so much more about how astrological influences affect you specifically in our monthly Patreon workshops. Find the link in the description below to get started. Enjoy your July, and until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos.
Bye-bye.